We are down here in the theater for to show you a little bit of the set that's being built for Night of the Living Dead. Now, Night of the Living Dead is going to be premiering on Wednesday. It'll also be on Thursday and Saturday. It's going to be at 7 o'clock, although doors opens at 6:30 because the show is going to actually start at 7. Don't be late. And the cost is $5. There is a lot of work that Mr. Algie has put into building all of these sets for Night of the Living Dead. Now let's start off. Tell us just a little bit about the show itself.
So the show itself is really the show that jumpstarts the whole zombie apocalypse genre. It's kind of the original zombie apocalypse movie from like the mid 60s. Luckily for us, it was in the public domain, so we're able to do it for free. And it's also just a real cool show about how people interact in an emergency situation when they don't know what's going on or they don't know like who the enemy is, and how different personalities clash. And so that's always interesting to examine, especially in the world we live today, with natural disasters and all that stuff. But the basic premise of the show is a group of strangers end up together, kind of barricaded in an old farmhouse in the middle of nowhere during the zombie apocalypse. And so it's them trying to figure out what they need to do, trying to overcome opposing personalities and who's right, who's wrong, what we should do, all of that, while you have these man-eating freaks outside trying to break in. So it's a real fun show. The students have enjoyed doing it. We have a lot of makeup that we're going to be doing, blood and bruise and scar effects, and it's just a really fun show.
Now, I know you don't want to give too much of the show away, but is this one of those shows where they're just constantly worried about something that never happens, or are there going to be some actual zombies and stuff, characters in the show?
Oh, yes. We have, I think the last time I counted, we have 10 zombies, dedicated zombies. Then we're also going to have possibly some faculty cameos, which is going to be interesting to see who shows up and who walks in as the living dead, so to speak. So yeah, we have a lot of zombies. Some of the zombies are freshly turned, some are straight out of the grave dirty. So we're going to have a bit of a variety of zombies. So yeah, definitely.
And you said that y'all had spent quite a bit on makeup and stuff for this show. Like, this is going to be a well-produced show when it comes to all of that stuff.
Yeah, spent quite a bit on makeup, the bruises, the blood, the liquid latex. So we're going to try to go out with the makeup this year. We actually had Northwest Theater Department. They came in and did a workshop with us a couple of weeks ago to kind of show us how to do like the bites and the bruise and blood effects, how we make someone who's alive, a living actor, look like they've been dead for weeks, you know, like that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be interesting to see.
I can't wait. Now, Mr. Algie, if y'all didn't know, he is known for his ability to throw together massive sets on a budget. So why don't you let's walk up here. You can see he's got wood, he's got his chop saw here he's been working with, and we do have some interesting setups with this particular set. You said it's farmhouse, and you can see he's torn apart pallets to build this really rustic looking farmhouse. But you've got something interesting back here. You've actually built a set that can turn in multiple ways. So why don't you explain? I'm going to give you the mic and let you explain to the students.
Oh, sure. So for anyone who's taken my class, you may remember when we talked about the periactors, the three-sided flats, the three-sided walls that rotate. Well, here they are. And I just so happen to make them giant. They go all the way up to the roof. So each side of this triangle, this prism, yeah. each side of this prism, this three-sided flat, is a different location. So it's on wheels. So as we rotate, we can rotate it from one scene to the next. And now we're in a whole new scene. So you don't have to roll stuff on and off. You don't have to worry about really long scene transitions. You just have a couple of people on each one to rotate it, and bam, you're in a new scene. So it's real easy, and it saves a lot of space both on stage and off stage.
That is an awesome concept. Old billboards on interstates you would see would flip that way. They would have a triangle design, and they would flip and change the billboard remotely. Before, obviously, we got LED, which is now everything's a television on the interstate. What are some of the other components of this set?
So right now we have, I'm currently building the stair unit. This is our rehearsal stair unit that we have just so they can get used of using the multiple levels. The stair unit that we're going to have for the show is actually going to be the same height as these, because they need to go up a level, but they also have to go inside of it. So my stair unit is serving dual purpose. It's both the upstairs, but we also have a door in the front that leads to the basement. So it's also the upstairs and downstairs. So what we do for the scene transitions from the living room to the basement is we have the periactors will rotate to the basement walls, and then the stair unit, as they go in the door, the lights will go out, the periactors will rotate. When the lights come up, they're walking down the stairs. So it serves a dual purpose, so I can use the same unit for both locations. That said, it's huge. And so that's the last big piece I have to work on, and then getting these faced with the sheet material. But yeah, that's the big thing. The next thing are the walls. So I needed to figure out a way how I can outline the living area of the farmhouse while still being able to see the zombies. So I decided to go for a more skeletonized look to the walls. So now we're in this old farmhouse. It's kind of wore down, dilapidated. So we're seeing kind of the bare wood, the bare panels poked through, but also we kind of get these cool zombie effects, right, where we can just kind of see the zombies and what they're doing outside of the space, and how they're moving, like. And eventually, as the show progresses, we add more and more and more zombies until finally, well, I'm not going to give away the ending, but so this is why we went with the skeletonized look, so we'll be able to see the zombies from inside the house looking outside. So that was the concept to this.
All right. Well, thank you so much for the tour. We'll obviously come back down here and get some updates as you are finishing up. Show is less than a week, so you've got a whole lot to do on your plate for the next few days. But we're looking forward to it. Again, that's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and we want you to come out and support. It's going to be a very entertaining show, as you've seen, and so get your friends, y'all come out, support the drama club.